on, everybody? Let me know how my sound quality is, man. Check in, man. Let me know y'all in the building. Get a little water in me, man. Got a nice little ride ahead of me. Pick this up so y'all can see, man. Let me know how my sound quality is, bro. Yo, what's happening? What's going on, brothers? What's going on, Grinch? Said Jones in the building, man. What's going on, Abdullah? Let me know how that sound quality working out, man. I'm driving and shit. Heading back to the grind. I left my truck at home this time, man. I broke out the Mustang just in case I have to go home. I can get there a lot faster. You know what I'm saying? My daughters normally drive this motherfucker around. I had to snatch it out from under them. They're gonna have to drive the other whip, get wherever they need to go. They ain't in school, so shit, you know. But anyway, man, I said I was gonna go live the past couple of days, man, but I've been really busy. You know, as you as men will probably understand. If y'all don't mind, like the video on the way in. But today's topic is quit playing yourself. I want to give a shout out to you brothers, man. I hope you will continue to take care of yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, as well as financially. I know it's hard to kind of do it physically without having a gym, but hopefully some of you guys got your dumbbells and shit. I got my curl bar, my dumbbells, and my pull-up bar in the back there. I'm gonna tell you doing my thing. I want to say I hope a lot of you guys are not listening to the media about what's going on and the severity of what's going on. I have some relatives, not gonna mention any names. They're working in, you know, registered nurses. One of them is a nurse practitioner. She's actually working on one of those COVID-19 floors, and she's telling me exactly what's going on, and this just is in the area that I live in. And motherfuckers are dying, bruh. Make no mistakes about it. And I know in my city they're talking about 2 confirmed deaths and shit, and she's telling me straight up, and I know she's not lying. She's saying that's a motherfucking lie. And when you go in those wards, if they diagnose you with the shit, no family can come visit you. Even the people that are dying, their family can't even come, you know, view the body or anything until it reaches a certain temperature, and then they have to go view it at the funeral home. They can't come to the morgue or any of that shit. So that shit is real. And she telling me motherfucker years old and in that they're coming that bitch healthy for one minute, and then their health just rapidly deteriorates. She's telling me this shit. She's seeing this shit firsthand. I stayed on the phone with her about a half an hour talking about this shit. So the threat of this shit is real, man. And I hope you brothers are out here protecting yourself, you know, not continuously shaking hands with everybody, which you know how I feel about that shit anyway. Protecting your energy and shit. Making sure you're washing your hands, not touching your face. And just take this shit seriously. Now, you got people talking about conspiracy theories with the 5G and all this other shit. I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. All I can say is, brothers, protect yourselves. For real, man, this shit is out here. And I'm going back to work, but I'm telling motherfuckers I need a little hazardous pay or something with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I need something goddamn. I'm gonna protect myself, but hey, I'm in the line of fire. And you got a lot of people bragging about being essential workers. You're essential. You find out just how essential your ass is when your ass kick the bucket and they replace you with somebody else within the first day or two. You'll find out just how essential your ass is. You know what I'm saying? So, brothers, protect yourselves. You know what I'm saying? That paycheck ain't even worth it. This is why I tell guys to take care of themselves financially. That way, you know, you are always in a situation where you're financially responsible enough to weather the storm. You can take a month off, or 2 months off, 3 months, 6 months off from work. You know, and you might ask, why am I going back to work? It's just what I do. You understand what I'm saying? If I feel like it's a threat, or if I feel like I'm coming down with something, they can kiss my motherfucking ass. I'm out of there. But like I said, man, I appreciate you boys for being in the building, man. What's going on, Hard Banks? True 2, what's happening, man? I'm having to see the chat as it goes by, man. Y'all have to forgive me if I ain't giving you shouts out. I'm trying to get this up here where I can actually see the chats. What's going on, AM? Yeah, man. Protect yourselves, brothers. So, with that being said, man, there's a lot of shit going on right now. Other than the current pandemic that's plaguing the world, people tend to still want to be petty. You got this bullshit going around in Black YouTube where people are doxing people, bringing up other people's names and all that bullshit. And I just can't do it. I'm seeing more and more motherfuckers using other guys' names in their titles to get more viewership. You know, women are chaotic and dysfunctional. But I see a lot of these guys in these spaces who are acting just like broads, clout chasing off another man's name. Not only is that shit beta as fuck, it's weak. And it makes you bitch made. You know, if you're gonna do this shit, even if you're doing it for the financial gain or whatever the case may be, you gotta do shit the right way. This shit shows a clear lack of integrity as a man, a clear lack of discipline and order to want to even mention another man's name. Now, if a motherfucker fucking with you, he's fucking with your livelihood, or he even, you know, insulting you, disrespecting you. Ain't nothing wrong with calling these people out. But if you feel like another motherfucker's bitch made and they're not singling you out, you have no reason to use this man's name. And I mean that. You see, more and more men are you know, falling into whole activity, doing shit abroad, do it. And I guess this current pandemic has these bringing the real bitch out of men. You know, you seeing a lot of guys, what's going on, Q Knox? You seeing a lot of men, you know, still talking about these same talking points about getting women. Women gonna come back to the table. What table? It's desperation mode for not just women. These men think it's high time that I assert my power and make these bitches recognize you wasn't doing that before. The fact of the matter is, man, it's just, to be honest, man, a lot of guys are clowns, man. They don't conduct themselves in a manly fashion at all. You know what I'm saying? They try to use these circumstances to use this as a launching pad to go out and get more women. These bitches are gonna use you and play you just like they've always had if you're not the man that you're supposed to be. A lot of you motherfuckers are still gonna be simps. And I mean that. These brothers gonna be on quarantine and you're gonna put the pussy on layaway. She's gonna hit you up for, you know, food. Can you cash out me $200 so I can get some food? I swear, when this quarantine is over, I'm going to gap these legs over and give you some of this pussy. And once this shit is over with, if it ever ends, she's gonna ignore your stupid ass. A lot of guys are gonna be paying rent and car notes and all kind of dumb ass shit, cell phone bills. And she's going to breadcrumb you like she normally does, and you're gonna fall into that trap. A lot of men simply take getting women too personally, man. They give these women their power. A lot of these women watch you. You send them a message or something, and they will sit back and look at that message. And they will wait for you an hour or two, wait for that next text message. Oh, you ain't getting my messages? Oh, you're gonna ignore me? And that right there, at that moment, at that very moment is when you have given away your fucking power. You're being played for a fool, but she's not playing you. You're playing yourself. A lot of these guys are gonna take this time to, you know, try to get some free pussy or what they think is free. They're gonna be out here willy-nilly with their motherfucking penis, jump right up in the pussy roll. You got a lot of motherfuckers who are still. Oh, okay. Yeah, these guys are willing to put their life on the line for a piece of pussy, risking their health for a piece of pussy. Now, it does have a good recovery rate, but why are you willing to risk this shit just for a piece of pussy? You understand me? A lot of you taking these times to show exactly who you really are. I see it. And you can't let these broads off the hook either, man. You seeing the statuses on social media, the live streams of sheer desperation. You know, a lot of these bitches are showing their hand. A lot of them don't want their damn children. They're complaining about homeschooling their children, talking about they need to get paid like teachers. So that shows you that these bitches ain't teaching their kids shit, but how to be whores like them. You get these entertainers who are in desperation mode, running their fucking mouth like Rihanna, talking about this decade she want to have children, and she doesn't need those children. She doesn't need a man. And see, Rihanna has millions and millions of followers on her Instagram alone, and she's talking this bullshit. So you're gonna have millions of strags who are going to buy into this. And I've said this before, you are depriving that child. This is where you get the effeminate male from. This is where you get the over-sexualized broad. Following these strags lead, man. But that's out of desperation, because a lot of these motherfuckers are on what you want to call quarantine. They're not coming out the house. You even see motherfuckers like Puff Daddy, one of these devil worshiping puppets for the entertainment industry, talking about saying prayers on live streams and shit on Instagram. A lot of you are buying this shit hook, line. These motherfuckers are not praying for you. These motherfuckers looking to save their own hide. They looking to stay relevant. That's why they making these posts. Y'all don't hear me, man. Anytime you're not in control of your life, you let other people, whether it's social media, the entertainment industry, or the media itself, you know, even public officials, anytime you let them lead you, they're leading your ass to hell. Anytime you're not in control of your life, then you need to do some work on yourself, man. It's best to turn that damn TV off. I'm gonna be honest with you. These motherfuckers on social media entertaining you, that's what they are. They are entertainers. But for some reason in the black community, black people look up to these people as what's going on, Strive? These people look to these people as leaders, thinking these people are leaders in our communities. These people are entertainers. And that's all you should consider them as entertainment. These motherfuckers don't entertain me. I listen to a little music and shit, but you know how I am. I'm old school, throwback. All this shit, man, this is why I talk about protecting your energy, because the shit that you're listening to through your ears have a profound effect on your psyche. You ever been around some motherfuckers, man, at one point in time, and they're arguing, bitching back and forth, and all of a sudden you start to feel anger because you're tired of these motherfuckers bitching and going back and forth? That energy has transformed its way onto you. So the same rules apply when you are dealing with the shit that you're listening to, the shit that you're watching. You know? And that shit slowly starts to gain control over your mind, man. And you'll start making decisions based off the shit that you're listening to. This is why you see these idiots going out buying up all the toilet paper. All the damn toilet paper. Should have been like me. Hell, I have droves of fucking baby wipes. That's what I wipe my ass with. Wipe my ass with no motherfucking tissue. Blow your nose. Maybe clean up a stain or two or something. But yeah, man. Buying up all the damn food and shit. And meanwhile, these motherfuckers are barbecuing. Touching each other. Telling these people you need to practice social distancing. Man, I'm telling you, man, the shit is real. The virus is real. And I know that shit because I've talked to someone personally about it. Somebody that's working at the damn hospital. The media is lying to you. But now, you're starting to see what's going on in California. Alex Jackson, what's going on, my brother? Yeah, playing drinking games, drinking behind each other in the bottles and shit. But motherfuckers, they don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear the truth. And that goes for this is nothing new. This is why when you attempt to hold black women accountable, they don't want to hear it. These hoes still out here fucking. These hoes complaining about not making money on social media. Because as men, we see where our attention needs to be, where it always has needed to be, and that's on yourself and on your purpose. I've talked about how the earth has a way of rebalancing itself. What's going on, D. Flemings? I ain't see your name in that bitch, man, but hey, salute to you, man. Yeah, man. So now you're starting to see how the earth is starting to shift, rebalancing itself. And the only thing you Negroes can think about is how women gonna come back to the table. Man, fuck these hoes, man. You need to be worrying about your goddamn self and how you're gonna survive and planning and plotting out your next move. These are the things you need to be concerned with. I'm gonna tell you something, man. And you may not want to hear this, but women know a good man when they see one. A good, or what you want to call a quote unquote good man. But for the most part, man, a good man is boring to these bitches, man. These bras have a problem with monotony. Not monogamy, but monotony. Routines, structure. When they were raised, especially when they were raised in single mother households, they have a problem with that shit. Routines, especially constructive routines. You get bored with your stupid ass. You out this bitch trying to do everything you can to please her and make her happy. She gonna get bored with you. These hoes are attracted to chaos and dysfunction. And after they've been burned by several of them chose to deal with, probably procreated with a few of these motherfuckers, then they're gonna use your backup ass. They're gonna put your ass in the friend zone until it's time to, take responsibility for their own bad decision making. They're looking for you to take responsibility. They will never hold themselves accountable for choosing these men. And you're gonna have to put up with the discomfort and the bitterness that she has built up inside from dealing with the type of men that she chose to deal with. You have these guys, with the acronyms or whatever we want to call them, SYSBM and MGTOW and all that shit, man. Look, I'm a grown ass man, but I don't have a problem with a man choosing what's best for his DNA lineage. If you want to choose to deal with a white woman, man, and she contributes to your program or do whatever she want to do, man, hey, bro, have at it. Brazilian, I don't give a fuck what she is. I don't look at things the same way that people do. I got my own mind. What a man chooses to do with his goddamn life is all fine by me. If you want to get married, want to have a long-term relationship, that's all well and good. That's on you, bro. But I do have a problem when you out this bitch willy-nilly with your seeds, dropping your babies in these bitches and going on about your business. I do have a problem when you're not the most masculine version of yourself. There's always going to be simps. You just need to learn not to be one. I know it's hard, especially when you've been raised to believe that being a nice guy and being all this extra blue pill shit was the best for you. Your single mother telling you all this garbage and nonsense, thinking that women are incapable of doing any wrong, programming you with terrible information. It's hard to break that programming. I get it, I really do. But at the end of the day, it's left up to you to take it upon yourself to make the moves that you need to make as a man and not be a fucking pawn in this stupid ass game. Women are receivers. So they always looking to receive financially, sexually, emotionally. They're not looking to dish out shit. This is why it's important that you make a motherfucker invest into your goddamn program. What is she willing to contribute and not just take? This is how you can separate the women from the strags. But a lot of you guys simply out of sheer lust will take on the burden of a bitch's bad decision making. She has a history of decision making. What kind of decisions you think she's gonna make when she's dealing with you? And I mean that. Unfortunately, I don't know if guys have the intestinal fortitude to push forward without dealing with women all the goddamn time. A motherfucker say, oh yeah, man, you got old lady and all that bullshit. I'll tell you something, man. If my wife wasn't raised in a productive environment where she had a father leading her, we wouldn't have never been together. My father told me long ago, don't marry a woman that came raised by her mom and her aunties and her grandma. My dad used to tell me that shit back in the late 80s. He saw all this shit coming down the pike. My uncle did too. So this is why a lot of the shit that I tell you guys is unscripted too. Unscripted truth, because I was raised in this shit. I had strong men telling me what kind of decisions that I need to make and not goddamn think with my little head. Many of you guys love with your heart too much. You don't love with your brain. You see the bitch don't mean you know damn good, but you'll go fall in love with the bitch and invest everything you got into her. Then you come in these red pill spaces and be mad at the bitch. But you gotta have some self-accountability about yourself too, because you chose to deal with that bitch, even though the warning signs were there. I just can't feel sorry for a lot of people, man. Look at this chat, man. My bad, brothers. What's going on, D. Flemings? Yeah, man. I'm trying to get the chat back up here so I can see it. What's going on, Solo? Yeah, man. So at the end of the day, man, I'm not concerned about if a bitch gonna come back to the table. I don't expect the bitch to be at my table. No way. I'm a man. I got my own table. You gotta let a bitch know, hey, I want you, but I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? When you are controlled by your goddamn lust, that makes you less of a man. Anything that you don't have control of controls you. It's simple as that. And I see more and more men still up here got this fantasy in their head like bitches are gonna come to the table. No, bitches are gonna act out even more now. Out of desperation. Self-preservation. Survival mode kicks in. When it comes to survival, you see all sense of morality thrown out of the fucking window, bruh. And it ain't just black women. These white motherfuckers getting onto this shit too. You're gonna see more of the fans only. That shit is going to spike. Bitches sitting around the house ain't got nothing better to do. They gotta pay their bills. And a lot of these guys are so damn stupid. They up this motherfucker ready to get out of work for a $1,200 check. That $1,200 ain't gonna last you worth a fuck. Meanwhile, you have liberals who push for giving money to Planned Parenthood, abortion, sending money to refugees overseas. Hundreds of millions of dollars. But a lot of you motherfuckers will still vote for these people. I'm telling you, man. Now's the time to stock up on your fucking canned goods. Get in that bitch, bust out your 200 or 300 push-ups a day. Try to knock you out some pull-ups and some dips. I don't have a dip, boy, but I'll find a way to do some motherfucking dips. And read, man. Read, man. Read as much as you can. Not just on your computer or on your cell phone. Actually have you a book. Order you some books from Amazon. I just ordered the book, The Subtle Art of Unfucking Yourself. I'm going to read that book. I've read The Manipulated Man. I read The 48 Laws of Power for probably the 12th time. I read Grinch's book, The Ratchet's Rouge. I support Black YouTube, man. Brothers come with books, man. I try to order them and read them, especially things that are relatable. And I'm gonna tell you something else too, man. I'm not a beefing type of guy. It's the reason that in my videos I put my motherfucking IG up there. You come and try to dox me, I don't give a fuck. There's nothing that you can find out about me that I haven't already expressed to the fucking world. Last night on O'Shea's platform, I know he was kind of hinting at me, like, man, you need to stop divulging so much of your personal, you know what I'm saying, and things like my crib and cars and shit on IG, because they're gonna come for you. But see, I understood a long time ago, hate doesn't come from the top. It always comes from the bottom. It comes from motherfuckers that ain't got their shit together. It comes from people whose standards are beneath you. So I don't give a fuck about no hate, to be honest. Because I understand the game. This shit is the internet. And that's all motherfuckers really about, on some internet thugging shit. You could be anybody on this shit. But the thing is about it, you can hide from everyone else. You can keep from disclosing who you really are to the world. But you can't hide from yourself. If you a bitch-made motherfucker, over time that bitch gonna come at you. Especially mentioning other people's names, called doxing and all this old stupid ass shit. If you a simp, that shit's gonna come out as well. I've noticed. I know shit about people personally. I really do. But it's not up to me to divulge what I know about these people personally. But I'll tell you this, it's a lot of people in these spaces who use super chatting and cash apping and all that shit. They sit up and talking about female nature and how not to be a simp. And these motherfuckers taking the same money that you donate to their channel, tricking on ugly bitches, fat bitches, buying plane tickets and shit to go see these ugly bitches. I'm serious. What's going on, Von Wick? Rich Mom? Yeah, if anybody come in here with that foolishness today, man, you boot their motherfucking ass out of here. Don't time them out. Hide their ass. Permanently. Just like a bitch hide the number of sexual partners that she's had. A lot of you guys are investing in damaged goods, I'll say that too. I've seen it. I witnessed it. You know? You need to understand the signs, man. You need to understand the game, man. Women are so in tune with their emotions, they're good actresses. They're good at acting. And depending on how damaged they are, some of them can keep that act on for multiple years. But slowly but surely you'll start seeing the layers peel back. You'll see subtle signs of disrespect. This is the thing about being a beta provider and coming in, you know, being a material resource to a bitch that has a history of terrible decision making. She's never gonna respect you. Because some of you don't have the guts to check the bitch. The first time she tried to disrespect you, she'll send out little shit tests to see how to test your strength, to test what type of man you really are. These hoes don't know who to play with, bruh. But some of y'all, you ignore warning signs. You seen the bitch on social media showing her ass all the time, always wearing some tight revealing shit. but you wife her up. You look on social media, you've taken her out to dinner. And you see the dinner, but you don't see you. You're taking these hoes on trips. Rolling out the red carpet for the bitch. You see the ocean, you see the beaches, but they don't see you. That shows you right there what the bitch thinks of you. You're a sucker. You know, they'll rationalize the bullshit by saying, I don't want everybody in my business. That's a lie. Because meanwhile, if you were someone that she's truly attracted to, she want the rest of the world to know, oh, I got me one. I got me a bad man. I got Zaddy. I got Zaddy. Yeah, all that old stupid ass, goofy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? But you'll tolerate the bitch. You'll deal with the bitch because she suck you and fuck you. And everybody else wants you. I mean, everybody else want the bitch. You think you got a trophy. You think you got a prize. You ain't got shit but a washed up, dried up scrag whose walls are stretched out further than the walls of China. Got all that ass. Got all that makeup on. Meanwhile, the pussy ain't hitting on shit. You barely can get a nut off the bitch. You got to jack off to get a nut off the bitch. But some of y'all, your self-worth is attached to the approval of other people. You're insecure about yourself because you got to have a bad bitch to feel validated, just like a broad. I see you. I see you. I see it all the time. And crying and complaining about the bitch, saying that bitch is this and bitch is that. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. You're wasting your time. I seen a video, man. I probably put it on my next live stream when I'm able to sit down and share the screen. This broad, she was talking about, you know, how women need to hold themselves accountable for the men that they choose, and how men, real men, are leaders, and you know, it's a lot of good men out there and shit like that, and you bitches aren't attracted to them. You think the good guy's boring and basic and all this other shit. Yeah, lame. All that old shaming language. And this bitch got like, the shit went viral. She got like 100,000 views on the shit. And so I had time yesterday morning. I went through the comment section. And I seen all the men, you know, talking about, oh, sister, oh, you're a queen, blah, 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 blah. And I seen the bitches on there shutting this bitch down, coming at her fucking head. That shows you the state that we're in society when it comes to these motherfucking broads, man. There's really no need in talking about it. It's just like anything else. It's just like a bitch with a bunch of fucking fake ass hair, one of those fucking hair hats on, or a bunch of Ronald McDonald makeup on her face. If you don't like it, don't deal with it. And understand that a lot of this shit is a sign of insecurity. And I've said this shit several times before. You can't trust people who are insecure with themselves, because they will sell you out for any sense of security that they find. This is where hypergamy comes from, man. She finds, if you be a beta provider, you can come in and buy the bitch a house. You can buy cars and everything. But she's not sexually attracted to you. She's going to seek someone who is more secure, who has the same things to offer, or she feels has the same things to offer, and he looks a little better. She's going to hightail it out of there on your ass. And since she acts on emotions, the guy doesn't even have to have a fraction of what you have. She's going to play you for what you have, all the while getting her sexual gratification from this other guy. You're playing yourself. She's gonna hide that shit as long as she can, till she's so emotionally wound up. All she can, huh? As long as he putting that rod on her, she don't care nothing about nothing else. This is why you see the guy that's just did 10 years in prison get out. He ain't got to worry about a car. a place to stay, or even food to eat, the bitch will get out and work her fingers to the bone just to keep him in the house, keep him happy. Give him money for weed, give him money for a haircut. She'll invest everything she can into a dysfunctional, no good motherfucker. But when it comes down to you, she's not, I don't want to invest anything. She wants you to do all the investing. She's just no longer a tight end. And after she starts to get washed up and her options start to dry up, she's going to come back to you, the one she put in the friend zone in high school. And you still got this boyhood crush, this childhood crush on this motherfucker. She's going to come through and soak up your fucking resources for as long as possible. Meanwhile, she's never going to really respect you at all. She may pretend to be docile and submissive and cook dinners and shit, but when you look up, man, she's gonna be fielding her options. She's still gonna be on social media playing like she's single. And she may put up some pictures of you and her or something together. But look how she dresses. She's still gonna dress like a whore. Sheer damn lack of respect is what it is. But a lot of you guys be like, hey man, shit, I want everybody to see my woman. Leaving nothing for the imagination. You're gonna take her seriously. She's gonna use you. You've played yourself. Times like these, brothers, you need to focus on yourself. I don't know how many times I can say that. Women should always be low on your priority list as a man. A lot of guys make bad decisions out of lust and loneliness. I call it the double L. They don't find comfort in their own company, so they need someone to complete them. This is what you see these motherfuckers on social media talking about Woman Crush Wednesday. Oh, you complete me. You're a fool. No one completes you. Are you stupid? You gotta be slow. People can't make you happy, man. Happiness comes from within. People can only complement the happiness that you already have. The older you get in life, man, the more you're gonna lose people, dead or alive. And some of y'all got a lot of trauma. Some of y'all are still in this red pill rage stage where you think, you feel like you've been played, you've been duped all these years, believing that women are incapable of doing anything wrong. I get it, man. It is what it is. But now's the time to make a change, man. Stop giving these motherfuckers free attention. Stop giving away your energy. And when I say your energy, I'm talking about your time. Your time is the most precious commodity on this planet. Because once it's gone, you'll never get it back. Y'all like the video, please, if y'all don't mind. If y'all in the building, man, give me a thumbs up, man. I appreciate it. I really do. Appreciate y'all for being in the building. But yeah, man, once your time, you can always get money back. You can always get yourself in shape. Men's value tend to increase as they age, man. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that. But you'll never get that time back. This is why it's important that you don't waste it dealing with motherfucking temporary people. A lot of the people that you interact with in your life are just going to be temporary. They're there for a reason and a season. Some people are there to show you exactly what you don't need in your motherfucking life. And what you don't need is no goddamn headaches, no stress of dealing with a worthless ass bitch that's always on social media showing her ass to everybody. But out of lust, you can't help yourself. You gotta be in her inbox. You gotta jump down in the inbox. You can't help yourself. You gotta leave a comment up there. Oh, beautiful. Oh, you so beautiful. Meanwhile, the bitch ain't even showing her face. All she's showing you is ass. And you just gotta, like a dog chasing his tail. You just going around in circles, hoping that she gives you some sort of attention. Meanwhile, she's laughing at your dumb ass. You look like a straight up cornball. You're what they call a loser. She's never gonna check for you. until her sexual market value has plummeted through the depths of hell. And you'll sit back and wait for years. I'm gonna tell you something else too, man. A lot of y'all, like I was speaking about a minute ago, they're not showing these motherfuckers on their social media. Meanwhile, they're flying out to different places and shit. They're always traveling and shit. How do you think they're traveling? This bitch works at a call center, making $12.50 an hour. She has 100,000 followers on IG or something. But you think she's single. Tell you something, it's always somebody knocking them walls down, cuz. In most cases, when you don't see nobody, it's because it's multiple somebodies. What's he done? My brother. Yeah, man. There's multiple bodies. There's not just one somebody. And you will come through that motherfucker on hands and knees, on your knees, bound to the bitch with your wallet in your hand, trying to buy the bitch. You can't buy sexual attraction, gentlemen. The sheer lust that she has, that's what she had for all the other men. The men who had her imprint. Those are the guys who she was willing to invest everything into. Meanwhile, she looked for you, the beta provider, to invest everything into her. For nothing, for free. You don't believe me? Just go on social media. Look at body posture. Look at body language. A lot of you guys don't pay that shit any attention. Look how bitch talks on social media. Look at the statuses that she put up. I see some women who actually post cooking and recipes and shit. You know, some women who acknowledge the past mistakes that they've made. Those are decent sisters, man. But other motherfuckers up there quoting these stupid ass Megan Thee Stallions and City Girls and all this shit, or every time you see them, they shaking their ass to some old ratchet ass music. You can't take these bras seriously, man. You should look at these bitches as beneath you. They should be beneath your standards. But you look at that bitch as the prize. You'll overlook a broad that's talking some real shit. But I get it. Most of you motherfuckers overlook men that talk real shit. Motherfucker talk about having multiple streams of income. Or talking about, having capital. Talk anything about finances. You motherfuckers don't want to hear that shit. You rather sit up and listen to a panel full of grown ass men arguing about nothing. You can't make this shit up, bruh. I don't listen to that garbage, man. That shit disgusts me. That's because I'm a man of character and dignity, integrity, discipline. I look at a lot of shit as beneath me. And a lot of you guys need to get into that same routine. Start having confidence, building confidence within yourself. You know what makes you stand out? Being indifferent. Not paying these hoes no attention, but being on your shit now. Being on your shit. Keeping your body in order. Keeping your mind in order. Dressing well, smelling well. You know what I'm saying? And making that bitch vie for your attention. A lot of these guys get on these YouTube platforms and shit, and they just butt hurt because the bitches ain't choosing them. Oh, I'm done with black women. I'm done with it. Man, I don't care who you're done with. But at the same time, it sounds like a little butt hurt to me. This shit, it's checkers, man. It ain't chess. It's very simple. A lot of you guys make it difficult on yourself because you're not working on yourself. You're just looking for bitches to come drop their drawers. You're looking for them to come just drop their drawers. Why? You gotta work on yourself, man. All the time. all the time, bruh. Improve yourself, man. That self-improvement shit is real, bruh. And not being one of these fucking clowns. Motherfucker, just because you got some money, you think that you the same. You always talk about how women feel entitled. A lot of men feel entitled too, just because they got a little money, because they got a nice car. Yeah, you have all that superficial shit, but what's up here? And bitches are women are, you know, in tune with their emotions. They pick up on vibes and energies, and she can feel that, she can sense the insecurity in you. So once she sees that you're insecure with yourself, what do you think she's gonna do? Women are all about self-preservation. Like I said before, they're receivers. They're always looking for something out the deal. So she's gonna look at you as a source and a supply. Meanwhile, what she's really attracted to, the alpha, the grown-ass man, she's gonna give everything to him, or what she views as that. See, a lot of these women have deep-rooted psychological issues, man. They viewed the thug as the protector in her community, especially being raised in a single mother household. She views them as the provider and protector. Therefore, that's what she's going to be attracted to. This is why I tell you guys to be wary of women who grew up in single mother households, having a bunch of men in and out. You always notice some of these bitches, they calling men their daddy that ain't even their daddy. It was just a motherfucker her mama was fucking when she was 5 years old. Real talk, man. When you make decisions out of loneliness and lust, you're playing yourself. Never get to the point that you're gonna be so desperate for a woman's attention that you're willing to sell your integrity for her. Women know when you're not following your purpose, when you're doing everything you can to make her happy, she's going to lose attraction for you. She's going to lose respect for you. She views you as a weak man. Women are always gonna shit test you, even your own mama. You know what I'm saying? Coming with the victim sob story and all this other bullshit. Yeah, it happens. And there's nothing wrong with helping your mama out. But at the end of the day, man, your mama made some decisions to put her in that current predicament she's in. She wants all the glory because you're doing something productive with your life. But meanwhile, if you grew up to be a fuck up in and out of prison, she's going to blame everything on your father. I mean that. You notice that shit in the black community like a motherfucker. The father is blamed for everything, even though he wasn't there. But mama, didn't you choose to lay over this motherfucker? Well, he fooled me into thinking he was gonna be with me, but how did he fool you? Did he put a ring on your finger? You understand? Some of these women will say, even your own mama, just, we gotta be honest, she wasn't wifey material. In a lot of cases, she drove your father away. Sometimes your mama ain't no different from the modern day liberal strag. She couldn't keep her damn legs closed. And your father didn't want to stick around. This shit ain't new, man. Social media it has made this shit more prevalent. You can see it, it's right there in your face. That's all that is. It's not because the motherfuckers is, you know, this shit is new. I've spoken before. In the motherfucking mid-90s, early 90s, motherfuckers at 2 Live Crew concerts. Uncle Luke popping their pussy on the top of the hoods and shit. At these concerts, getting butt-ass naked on stage. Yeah. Your mama was probably one of them, leaving you at home with your grandma and shit. A lot of these women you talking about, always talking about strong and independent, man, I'm gonna tell you something, they getting assistance from either the family court system, welfare, or even their goddamn parents, dropping their kids off at their goddamn mama house. This is why you see now more than ever these motherfuckers, I don't care, you ain't gotta open back up the stores, just open back up the schools. They never wanted that child. It was 2 reasons they wanted that child: to either hook the man or get a check. The child spent all this time with his grandmother. But every time she buys him a new outfit, she got to put this shit on social media. Like she's the world's greatest parents. All the while, he feminizing that motherfucking child. Every time he see his mama, she shaking her ass for the gram. Every time he look on, as he get older, he look on social media. Every picture he see of his mama, she wearing some old tight ass revealing shit. Fucking that child head up. SJ, what's going on, bro? What's going on, freshman? Yeah, man. You see this shit not more than ever, man. The effeminate male. These women complaining about the effeminate man. The same men that they are goddamn raising. You think motherfuckers don't need masculinity? Just look at the current work environment. The current workforce. These bitches ready to sit at home for a $1,200 check. But they know men are gonna goddamn, some simps gonna come through this bitch and rescue their ass. This is what they do. This is what the simp does. Cash App, PayPal. You seeing more Cash App, PayPals and bitches bio? A lot of more bitches signing up for OnlyFans, fans only, or whatever the case, whatever that shit called. Snap, or what it is, premium snaps. Yeah. Yeah. They look at your ass when you paying for that shit. When you donating to these bitches, they look at you as a weirdo. You don't have to ask me. Ask one of the family members, the women in your family. One of them that keep it real. We all got one of them females in our family who gonna keep it 1,000. I got one. She ain't got no children. She ain't got no husband. She just chilling. She focused on her career. She got one motherfucker she been fucking with for years. But he do his motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? She ain't making no babies and all that shit. I commend her. She about her business. But she gonna keep it 1,000. But the same shit that we talk about, the same information that she discloses is nothing that you don't see on social media, unless you're living under a fucking rock. Or you don't have social media, or you just don't come outside. Same shit you see every day, man. So I'm gonna tell you again, brothers, quit playing yourself, man. Focus on your business, man. Focus on goddamn yourself. Don't worry about what these bras doing, and quit asking these bitches to come to the table. Oh, women are ready to come to the table. Just go over these women's faces. Covertly, I might add. Don't go over there commenting on these motherfuckers, but go check out some of these women's channels. What they telling these women to do in this level up culture. It's a goddamn shame that you gotta tell black women you gotta preach femininity to these bitches. Cause these bitches are so damn masculine. They try to be masculine anyway because they grow up and their mother tell them to be strong and independent. They don't need a man. So they try to emulate a man. You see these bitches buying Dodge Chargers and shit. Camaros and shit, trucks. They want to be men. Most of them are bisexual. On average, black women are 3 times more likely to be bisexual or full-blown lesbian than any other race of women. Look up the numbers. It is what it is. Holding the camera a little too close there, man. What's going on, Locust? Because they don't have one. I'm gonna tell you, man, ain't no simp. The biggest simp you will ever see is a goddamn stud lesbian. They come in, take on the bitch that got multiple kids and shit, paying all the bitch bills and shit. But them studs be going upside them bitches' heads too. Look at the domestic violence numbers. They be going upside their motherfucking head. All the motherfucking time. Shit. Them studs don't mind beating the bitch because they invest so much. So when the bitch play them, they can't handle it because they act on their emotions. They're incapable of acting. And the reason, fucking man, you can't expect somebody that, with mental dysfunction to think logically. They can always act their emotions. And they ain't afraid to beat a bitch. You guys are afraid to check a bitch that disrespect you. Texting other motherfuckers while you sitting there having a conversation with her. Can't put a phone down for minutes to listen at you or look at you. But you take this bitch seriously. Most of you guys are, promoting your own headache. Celebrating a liability, a bitch that's cutting into your bag. And all she giving you is something that she gave everybody else for free. I cringe when I see some of you motherfuckers promoting these hoes, man. Especially some of them that I know personally. Motherfucker had a history of dealing with men that you know about. Guys that you may have went to school with, she chose all these men, and now you all excited like a fucking dog with your tongue out. Now she giving you a chance. Giving you a chance to take care of another man's responsibility, another man's DNA lineage. As soon as you put a baby in her motherfucking, put a baby in her womb. Yeah, y'all know when I start dropping too much truth, man, my shit start acting up. But anyway, fellas, I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. Checking on me, man. I'm on the road. I'll probably do another live, if not tonight, tomorrow. Y'all can put a one in the chat if y'all want to hear another live tonight, man. I go to cooking on something else. Might host a panel, man, if Stacks is available or if Logic available. Any other brothers that want to come through, man. I'll do a live stream tonight, man. I want my mic, though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on the road. I won't have my my studio set up in the office and shit, man. But I will be able to do screen shares and stuff like that, man. I appreciate y'all, bro. So I will do it live tonight. It'll probably be about 7:30 Eastern. Man, we'll rock it out, brothers. Y'all make sure y'all like the stream on the way out, man.